wake up!
What?
We missed breakfast.
Looks like we're gonna have to have breakfast for dinner.
Hi, I'm Alan.
I'm Stick.
And I'm Chris.
And tonight we're going to be having breakfast for dinner. And specifically, we'll be making hash browns, bacon, and French toast. The first thing you're going to want to do is, if you have a skillet, to set it to 350 degrees. If not, you can set a pan to a medium to high heat. And this is a cheese grater, and if you have one of these lying around, you can use it for making the hash browns. But we don't really have time for that, so we'll be using this mechanism here.
Chris, did you see this new mechanism we got? It's I forget the name of it, but it's pretty
A potato grinder.
No, it has a special name, but it can be used for that.
Well, now I'm seeing it. It's very interesting.
It is.
And it looks like it's actually faster than the cheese grater.
Oh, it's a hell of a lot faster than the cheese grater. It's really nice.
And you don't have to worry about cutting your fingers all up like we did with the old cheese grater we had. So we used, I think about 6 potatoes here?
Yeah, but that made a lot of
It made a lot of hash browns.
as you'll see.
As you'll see in this video, we went completely overboard with breakfast. We made way too much of everything. But we're gonna do the hash browns first because they take the longest to cook. And after we've shredded them all up to about this size, we're going to strain out some of the moisture. And we do that by using this kind of setup of bowls and strainers, as you can see here.
You could also use 2 bowls and have the water come out the side.
This works.
I'm just consulting, Stick.
That's what you do best, Chris.
This would also be a good point to start preheating the oven for our next video, whatever that may be.
So we're going to put the potatoes on the skillet. And as you'll see, we made it way too much. Now, this skillet is very cool. If you've bought the crock pot and you
and
have
not cool as in we haven't preheated it. It's
oh. So if yourself with more money after having purchased a crock pot, I'd recommend a skillet because you can cook a lot of things on it. It's very easy to clean. It's pretty great.
It's kind of like an altar to house fires you have set up.
Yeah, if we wanted extra heat, we could have just turned on the 4 burns.
Don't do that.
So we're just salting and peppering to taste. And we're just going to let this sit here. And it does take a little while to do. But you can see we're going to want it pretty brown. And you're going to have to chop it up a little because you can't flip the whole thing. We didn't do a very good job of flipping.
Do you still cover it with pot tops or not?
We didn't this time because I believe we were having a problem with too much moisture staying in.
And the Julian machine, that's what it's called. That reduced the moisture that you get when you cheese grate it for some reason. So it was actually a lot better. The potatoes were a lot thicker.
So now we're going to start making the French toast. And for whatever reason, I can no longer remember, we decided to go with 6 eggs. And this produced an exorbitant amount of French toast. So
at least a loaf and a half of bread.
Yeah. So I would recommend doing a third of what we're going to explain here. So just chop everything in a third.
Also, we had a large skillet, as you saw earlier, so we were able to do a lot more than we expected. If you just have a frying pan, or even a large frying pan, yeah, do about half of what we've done.
Looks like you're having Rocky Balboa over for breakfast.
So this was 2 cups of milk? Is that right?
No. It was 2 cups of milk substitute.
Ever since the accident, I haven't been able to process dairy, but you should feel free to use what Stick and Chris maintain is true milk.
That is a lot of salt.
That is a lot of eggs.
So that was a tablespoon of salt,
Yeah.
a tablespoon of sugar.
Yep.
So for people making, or 2 tablespoons of sugar, I guess.
Yeah.
So remember to just cut everything in a third, and you'll have a normal amount,
I think
person's amount.
I think the conversion is 3 teaspoons to 1 tablespoon.
All right, now can I point something out? You should really have beaten the eggs before we put the milk in, because we were splattering milk egg juice everywhere. So save yourself some trouble, and just whisk the eggs first. And how much vanilla did we use in this? Just maybe less, half teaspoon, maybe.
Just about, yeah. I just poured a little bit in, a glug or two, and then.
So 1 metric glug is what you're going to. So now you can see both sides of the hash browns are done, and we're going to cover this in tin foil so that it stays warm. And the next thing we're going to do is put bacon on, and we want to cook the bacon first so that when we do the French toast, it cooks in the bacon grease.
Which gives it the best flavor imaginable.
And if for some reason you want to live past the age of 35, you can feel free to skip this step. But we don't have such concerns.
I've also used turkey bacon as a substitute, and it's decent.
Oh yeah, that's probably good. It's probably more expensive though, right?
Yeah, it was pricey.
So as you can see, we're just churning through loaves and loaves of bread. But you shouldn't have this problem.
And this is after the bacon has been cooked. So you want to cook the bacon and leave the grease on the skillet, and you can kind of see the bacon grease bubbling up there. It's delicious.
Right. And now your French toast will come out a little softer than you might be used to because of the bacon grease. So you're just going to want to look until it's nice and brown. It's not going to be crispy like you might expect it to be.
These would make a good Monte Cristo sandwich.
Oh, it'd be delicious.
That would be pretty good. So here's the final meal, and the price is probably the absolute best part, because after you cut down the amount of French toast you made, it only came out to $4, which is $2 per person.
That was quick.
We should also add that you can make breakfast for breakfast. This is an exclusive dinner.
That is good to point out.
We'll cover that in the next video.
So we wanted to just make a couple of announcements at the end of this video.
Remember, you can always follow us on Twitter at BigAl11235.
If you'd like us to do any recipes, then please request it on any of the comment sections of our videos.
And please remember to forward our videos to your friends if you like them. If you like us. I'm assuming you like your friends.
If you like them.
Can you just put endless retakes on the end of this video?
Of us trying to do the most simplest thing of all time?
Yes.
I think we should just keep these. I mean, they're still mesmerized by the amount of French toast we made for some reason. All right, well, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching our show.
Wait, what? Where to use that?